Oh, so this is the third time I filmed this. It's great. First time, the microphone didn't work. The second time, the lighting sucked. And this is the third time, so hopefully the microphone's on and I fixed the lighting. Maybe a bit of noise from the lens because I broke my other lens, so we're not doing so great so far. Metolius Climbing, they sent us some samples from 5 lines of holds. So it's going to be a bit of a long one. First one is this guy. These are the basic pockets. They sent us 2 of these. There's 10 in the set. They're urethane, like we all know and we all love, and they look like this. Great texture, really great shape, bulletproof sanding, the bolt hole inset washer, and set screws. All of the holds have set screws on them, so I'm not going to mention it. All of the holds, apart from the last set, have Metolius logos on them, so I'm not going to mention it again. And the sanding is absolutely laser proof. This, out of the 2, is just a big, beautiful 2-finger open radii pocket that looks like this. It's really nice. Now, if you guys have been following us for any number of years, you know that I don't like pockets, except for one set from Rock Candy and some other ones that I can't remember. The Rock Candy ones are up here. I don't like pockets. I think they're just tweaky and I like my fingers too much. But these guys are really smooth, really great radius, and you can see my fingers on the inside. Really, really nice holds to play with. The other one they sent us is this one. Like I said, there's 10 in the set. Again, massive radius, really nice, but the hold looks like this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. They're really nice, comfortable pockets, and just super fun. If you really need to get on top of them, you could kind of get 2 fingers in and get a bit of a match on it, but it's going to be pretty hard. The second set is the Splines. The Splines have 33 holds in the set, and they look like this. And you can see why they're called the Splines, because of the way they look. So the Splines, they sent us 5 of these. There's 33 in the set, and you can see why they're called the Splines. They have this beautiful splined edge on them. A bit of a sharp edge on the front, which is a shame. But you can see it's nice and fat this side, and the other side is really thin. And most of the holds kind of go in this vein. But you're looking at really big, massive, open hand. Like, you put these on a kid's wall, then kids are going to use them like a ladder. It's ridiculous. And the beautiful thing is, these are roof centric. Just big, conk, get on, go, and just like go across the roof. They have really great hollow backs with a center column on them as well, which is really nice to see. It's not the smoothest, nicest hollow back on the planet, but it's still pretty good. Number 2, they sent 4 of these to us, is this big brown guy. This guy's fairly even, a little bit fatter here than on the outside edges, but you can see the spline right here. Obviously hollow back, always smooth on the back. And you're like big, open-handed, like super wide here. Big, open-handed. You can see it's fairly even on either side. Big, open-handed, away you go, just monsters. These things they're pretty heavy, but they're actually not so bad. Number 3 out of these is this guy. You can see here. If I go through it, and you can check it out. Pretty even on both. It's actually pretty even all the way across. If you see, it's all the way around. It's a little bit fatter on this side than it is on this side, but only by about 1/4 of an inch. Nothing too serious. But you're looking at a really big, super wide, just grab and go. They're really interesting holds. I've not seen anything like this before on the market, so they're kind of nice. And it's really nice the way they actually got these lines and these curves here actually to be straight and actually, you know, a proper curve rather than a jaggy line across the thing. It's actually pretty well done. And this is the last one. Check out the hollow back on this guy. This guy, super fat on this side, a little bit thinner on this side, but this is really super thin compared to the others where it's actually a little bit more, you've got a bit more grip and a bit more give. Like this one is like, no, not too much, but like big, open-handed. On the roof, you get down on the thin end, it's really nice. But if you check it out, these are the Splines, and they are just ridiculous. There's 4 of those, and like I said, there's 33 of them, I think, including feet in the set. Now, they sent us 1 big hold, which is this guy, and it's a Rimple, not a Ripple, it's a Rimple 3XL exclamation mark. They actually wrote the name on the back. You can see it's hollow backed, good center column, bracing, and a little bit of an extra brace here, and there is a set screw hole. There is a set screw hole, I saw it. Set screw hole here that is not drilled all the way through. You need to put a set screw hole in a hold, at least drill it all the way through. But this guy looks like this. Just a big rippled piece of goodness. It's a little bit chipped up from shipping because these guys are actually, I don't think they're in the bags, they're actually like just holds by themselves in a box. They just got knocked around all over the place because, you know, postal services don't seem to give a crap these days. This guy, you're looking at a great big handful here, and it's really, really nice. And what's really interesting is it just tapers out and it gets thinner and a little bit less here. This is the meat of the hold, and it just thins out here. What's really interesting is it could have done with a little bit more love on the old sanding. It looks like it hasn't quite got enough sanding on it, and you can tell from the bottom that like it hasn't got fully 100% sanded, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm sure it's completely flat. Yeah, it's completely flat, but it just looks like from the mold where you see this edge here, it looks like it wants to get sanded down about another 1/4 inch on this end to actually make it a little bit more even. The interesting thing about this hold is once you get it and you stick it onto an angle, these guys are like gets less and less. Obviously, it gets less and less. Everything gets less and less as you put it onto an angle. But the main meat of the hold is here. But there's always another second-hand grabbing option on it. This is a Rimple, and there's 35 of these. Actually, 35 in the line. We've only got one, unfortunately, but I've climbed on this at 0 gravity. I've climbed on some of these at 0 gravity, and they're actually much trickier than you think they're going to be. The next lot are Morphology. There's 62 of these in the set, and they look like this. They're jugs and edges. These are just steep wall loveliness. You can see from the hole it's like this. Really super nice. And these guys are just really smooth, beautiful, open-handed. This is like a 1-pad semi-jug, but get this on a 45, you can still go on it. There's so much meat on these holds, and they're so friendly. These are like super kid friendly, but super training friendly. Like they're like basic jugs, but they've got a little bit more to them. And what's really nice and what I like about them is that when you get them up on the side, there's always a really nice thumb catch. Set screw hole drilled all the way through, which is nice to see. There's 10 of these. 62 in the set, and they've got these really big ripples, which I'll put up here. These big knot things that are in the line that are just massive. They look completely mental. This guy, look at this big open hand, super smooth on the radius, super nice, wide pinch, thin pinch. These guys are really comfortable. I'm going to set some really nice beginner comp roots on them. This guy, you're looking at a pad through, but the radius, it's just beautiful. These holds are really nice to look at. They're kind of like seashells. Number 4 out of it is this Mandingo, whatever. 1 pad all the way through, little bit shallow, and where the detail actually comes into the gripping area, it doesn't actually cause a problem because it's smoothed over, so it's actually really nice. Again, really beautiful thumb catch on this guy. Number 5, this guy, big. Super big jug, just massive. But when you get the thumb pinch here, you get a really nice thumb pinch. These guys are like super comfortable. I'm really digging these holds. I'm actually digging a lot of the Metolius stuff that they've sent us of recent. The new urethane line, the sunspots are just phenomenal. And some of their other stuff like the cobbles, okay, the cobbles are the cobbles, but these are really super nice, like super beautiful. Just, I love the detail on these holds. Just enough, nothing too bad. Number this is number 4, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Here you go. This guy, you can see from here, it's like just a beautiful in cut. But beautiful, like, look at the look. You get it? Look at the thumb catch. Get them on the side. There's these beautiful thumb catches. Even if you put them upside down, the beautiful thing on these holds when you've got them upside down is there's little subtle matches all over the place. So you can actually really get on. So, okay, upside down, use it as an undercut. But you've got this like big ridge here to grab onto, but if you need to, you can get like a hand match here, so you can actually really match these guys upside down. So it does make them a little bit more useful and a little bit more, well, yeah, they're just more useful. I'm losing my words today. It's probably what comes if you film the same review 3 times in a row. Number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, number 7. I'm losing my mind today. Is this guy again? Big, open hand, super smooth, really nice. The way these holds, the way these holds look is just beautiful. They're actually super nice holds. Sanding is absolutely laser proof on all of these. Number 8. Ooh, a little bit porous on the inside from the foam. A few bubbles there. Nothing too serious. Again, big, open hand. These are going to be like roofs and steep. You can just go nuts with them all day long. And the thumb catch on this guy, it's actually like it's made for my hand. There's like just this beautiful big wraparound thumb catch on this guy. Really nice. And the last one, get the cat hair off because the cats have been running all over them, is this guy, number 10. Oh, big old jug. Great big thumb catch. The Morphology, these are the jugs, and I think maybe the jugs, or maybe the jugs and some of the edges, I'm not sure because it was a bit of a mixed bag, but they're really quite interesting holds. The last thing I want to talk about is these. These are aluminum, or as I like to call it, aluminium, because I'm from England, footholds. CNC'd metal footholds, where basically they're about as thick, well, this one's actually one of the thicker ones, but you can actually see the detail in these where it's been machined and then anodized in gold. These are aluminum footholds. If I go for the one that's the thinnest, there's five in a set, is this guy, the black guy. If you actually see where the set screw is, they've all got set screw holes. The set screw hole here is about the depth of the screw head that you'll actually be using as a set screw. I'm actually interested to see that when you lock these down without a set screw, how they're going to spin once you put some weight on them. And I did consider putting these onto volumes and using them as handholds, but I'm really not sure how comfortable or nice it's going to be to grab onto these and how it's going to be on the skin. So we're probably not going to try that just because we like our fingertips. But this is the third one. Then we've got the blue one. These are really interesting holds. This one is almost you can almost use it as a plectrum to play guitar. Is this, and they look like little topologies of stuff. They are just mental looking holds. They're crazy feeling. I'm really looking forward to actually playing with these. And this is the last one. It's the green one. Look at the size. Look at the depth of these things. You know, here's my finger. If you actually get my finger to do that, that's how deep it is. Like, it's less than my finger depth deep. These are like some of the gnarliest footholds that I've seen for a long time. You know, even like, I don't know how they climb yet, but they might put the holds comp screw-ons onto a bit of a run for the money with the competition footholds, which are just mental. These are pretty crazy as well. So that's aluminum footholds, the Morphology, the Rimple, not ripples, the Splines, and the basic pockets from Metolius Climbing. When I sign off from this video, don't go anywhere. At the end, we've got new screens at the end where you can subscribe to our channel, and you'll also be able to go to a playlist of all of our reviews from 2016, or maybe we'll put a playlist up with all the Metolius reviews we've done over the time. Like, you know, we've done a bunch of hangboards, we've done a bunch of their stuff, so you get to see like a bunch of us, like way back when. You get to see a bunch of videos from us. Go watch those, because, you know, I had hair and was thinner than I am now, and Chris has always been really thin, but he had like super long hair and stuff. There's some really fun videos that we've got on the channel. We have like 400 videos on the channel. Go subscribe. Subscription is like showing us a little bit of love. We're trying to get up there. I think we're at 456 subscribers right now. We want to get to 500 like around Christmas, because, you know, let's get some traction. We've got a bunch more holds. There's some binary stuff over there which I reviewed yesterday. We've got some more stuff coming in. We have a lot of holds coming in. We've got a very busy winter coming. It's going to be a fun season. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being loyal. Remember to subscribe. Stay pretty. Peace. Subscribe here. Playlists are here.